Good morning, everyone. My name is Raj Thapa. So here we are today. Here we are going to educate ourselves. We're gonna explore things about plastic pollution in oceans. The previous video was about urban trees and how they will be a sustainable solution. But now we have another topic related to our environment. Basically, this series is focused upon environmental problems and their potential solutions. How we can like control them, how we can erase all the problems, how we can solve all the problems. To be specific, plastic pollution in oceans. Our oceans are facing a growing crisis. The relentless consumption accumulation of plastic waste from the remote depths of marine trenches to the pristine shores of tropical beaches. Okay, so I would like to start this session by addressing the need of plastic and how that need has polluted all the oceans and has not been that good recently. So plastic as a boon, we would say that it's very important. Everything that we carry for transportation, for storage purposes, everything. So plastic is non-reactive, right? It's basically polymers. It doesn't react. It's very non-reactive. So it can be used for storage purposes. uh, if you want to carry anything, we use polythene bags and all everything. Usually, everything usually is made up of plastic, but as soon as the use is not there, suppose I have a plastic bag and it got torn, and now I don't have any use of it. So what will I do? I'll throw it and bring a new one. Now, when everybody will throw a piece of bag, the waste will get accumulated somewhere, right? That waste, when thrown in the water bodies without any treatment, leads to accumulation of plastics in the oceans or the seas or the rivers, etc., thus polluting it. Because plastic doesn't degrade, it takes several years to decay some plastic. So it's very necessary that plastics are treated properly first, and then they are disposed in the oceans or water bodies, etc. Our oceans are facing a growing crisis. The relentless accumulation of plastic waste from the remote depths of the Mariana Trench to the pristine shores of tropical beaches. Plastic pollution is pervasive, posing a grave threat to marine ecosystem and countless creatures that call the ocean home. See, the thing is all about an ecosystem. Ecosystems are very necessary. You would think that usually what हमको क्या करना है ocean से, but make that statement doesn't justify the fact that if the oceans would not be there, we would also not cease to exist. So everything is connected. Everything lives in an ecosystem. If we disturb one part of the ecosystem, the other part will automatically get affected. Suppose suppose oceans, um, let us just suppose are some um there are some organisms or something which the fish or some organisms eat another organisms, which organisms are harmful towards us. So if we kill those organisms which help us, they will that will eventually catch upon us and will not be able to help ourselves from those organisms. That's the reason it's very necessary that we make sure that our oceans are clean, our marine life is very good, and see, at the very first, uh, we wouldn't have any authority towards it, right? Uh, what was our motive in it? Nothing. But we are the ones who polluted the sea, so we should be the one to rejuvenate it back, to make sure that it gets to the point where it was earlier, and making sure that we as a civilization go forward, but also establish or implement sustainability. The crisis demand our urgent attention and concentrated action to address its root cause and implement sustainable solutions. Um, Self-explanatory line: crisis demands an urgent attention. Yes, if we keep on polluting the ocean, one day or the other, it's gonna hit us back. Um concerted Concerted actions to address its root cause and implement sustainable solutions. It's very important. Go to the next slide. The staggering scale of plastic pollution. Here we will look at some statistics. Here we will look at some. This is basically a slide to open everybody's eyes that how much pollution has already been done and how much it will keep on addition itself, and how far we have done wrong. So there are some alarming stats. It's estimated that over 8 million tons of plastic enters the ocean each year. Imagine that. 8 million tons of plastic enters the ocean every year. The equivalent of a garbage truck worth of plastic being dumped into sea every minute. You're imagining it. Every minute, a plastic, a truck full of plastic is being dumped in ocean. Every minute. The garbage accumulate in massive garbage patches the size of entire countries, choking marine life and disrupting delicate ocean ecosystem. You're imagining that we have thrown plastic in the oceans and they make patches as big as our country. Imagining that much amount of plastic is being thrown in the sea and they make patches like that. Diverse sources. Plastic pollution originates from a variety of sources. I'm sorry. Plastic pollution originates from a variety of sources, both on land and at sea. Abandoned fishing nets, single-use plastics, microbursts from personal care products, and even tiny fibers from synthetic clothes all contribute to this growing problem. So, as I said earlier, plastic is like everything, right? We have plastic in everything, and even those small things, even small as a plastic needle, and even big as a plastic drum, both of them are plastic. They will be, once they are out of use, they will be thrown in ocean. Microbeads, etc., highlighting the pervasiveness of plastic in our everyday lives. See, plastic has become, we have become dependent upon plastic. Plus, without plastic, the world would not function as it does today. So, discarding plastic, boycotting plastic is, I wouldn't say it's a very good solution. Uh, I would say that treating plastic before putting it in ocean can do the job. Let's get to the another lasting impact. The durability of plastic means that it can take hundreds of years to decompose, persisting in the environment and causing long-term harm to marine life. As the plastic breaks down into smaller microplastics, it enters the food chain, bioaccumulating in tissues of organisms and posing a threat to human health as well. You have a plastic bottle, you drink water from it. Microbial plastic gets in your body, and according to scientists, in the coming years of evolution, the in the coming years of evolution, the human body will adapt to microbial plastic. They will be able to digest microbial plastic. That's the that's the saying. I guess this will happen through natural selection only. Right here. Okay. The devastating effects on marine life. Entanglement. Marine animals such as turtles, seals, and whales can become entangled in discarded fishing nets and lines, leading to injury, suffocation, and even death. Suppose you have thrown such piles of plastic, such nets, etc., in oceans. You're not even going to catch it further, use it to catch it further animals. If somebody gets caught in it, they will be caught there for forever, and they can starve from death. Starve. They can get death from starvation. They can get severely injured, etc., etc. Indigestion. Many marine creatures, including fish, birds, and even whales, mistake plastic for food and advertently indigest it, which can cause internal blockage, starvation, and poisoning. Imagine you eating plastic. It will kill you, right? Exactly what happens with animals if they eat plastic and they are not smart enough to distinguish between plastic and food. We as a humans have that intelligence to distinguish between plastic and food, but usually the animals go by the appearance of the food, the smell of the food. If the plastic smells like food, looks like food, the the poor animal will not hesitate to eat it because he is not taught the he doesn't know the concept of plastic. He doesn't know the adverse effects of plastic. Even if he gets intoxicated, even if he gets plastic inside, no doctor will come to help him. So the death is eventually getting served to the animal, and we should make sure that that doesn't happen. How will we do that? We'll make sure that we do not discard plastic directly in the oceans. First, we'll have to treat it. We have to do something about it, right? Maybe there we will uh, see the solutions to it in the next slides. Habitat destruction. The physical presence of plastic debris can smoother coral reefs, seagrass beds, and other sensitive habitats, disrupting the delicate balance of these ecosystem and threatening the survival of species that depend on them. See, habitat destruction is a very big issue. The physical presence of plastic debris can smoother coral reefs and sensitive habitats. See, some some animals require a particular habitat to live. If we disrupt that habitat, they will also not respond properly towards their habitat, and this will lead to their death. So we should make sure that it shouldn't happen. We should discard it, discard the plastic waste very properly, and habitat destruction should not be a cause to animal death, marine life death. Toxicity. Plastic can leach harmful chemicals into the water, contaminating the food chain and posing a threat to health of marine life and ultimately human health as well. Self-explanatory. Nice. Okay. Ocean cleanup efforts. Collection. Organizations like the Ocean Cleanup deploy specialized vessels and technologies to physically collect and remove plastic from oceans, targeting the largest concentrations in infamous garbage patches. So, as the garbage create garbage patches, it's a good sign that the plastic is not dispersed everywhere. We have a particular location in which we could go there and just pick up all the plastic from there, and it would really help it. Imagine clearing one garbage patch at a time, and this will make sure that we clean all the garbage patches. So my opinion is we should take it one garbage patch at a time and remove it. But the thought I'm having is that even if we take it out of the sea, we'll have to dispose it somewhere, and if not the sea, we'll have to dispose it in somewhere it at the land. So if not water pollution, it will create land pollution. So the only possible thing is pollution will be there, but we have to regulate it. Suppose we have plastic which is this big chunk, we can compress it, we can make it like very small and make it this size, and then we can dispose it in land. We can like make sure that we treat it with certain chemicals, that it does not affect the water, it does not pollute the water. Some measures had to be taken. Interceptions effort also Efforts are also underway to intercept plastic waste before it reaches the ocean, using innovative solutions like river booms and trash traps to capture debris at source points like major rivers and urban waterways. And transformations. The collected plastic is then processed and transformed into useful products such as buildings, materials, or fuels, creating a circular economy that aims to prevent the waste from entering the ocean. Sometimes before I've seen bricks made out of plastic. So imagine the waste of plastic that goes in the ocean. We take out that plastic, or we intercept going plastic towards there. We take it, we make bricks out of it, and now we can use that bricks to make houses. Instead of developing more bricks, we can use it for we can use it and make existing bricks, and that way of making brick would be actually more efficient, because houses are not going anywhere, right? This will create a circular economy, a recycled approach, and aims that to prevent the waste from entering the ocean. Nice. Innovations in sustainable materials. Bioplastic. Researchers and companies are developing alternative to traditional plastics such as bioplastic derived from plant-based material like corn, sugarcane, and seaweed, which are designed to be biodegradable and compostable. Very nice. Imagine a plastic which is biodegradable. the whole problem will get solved. We can make sure that we implement those plastics everywhere, and as soon as the use of that plastic is done, we can throw it anywhere, and then it will get biodegradable. So because it is biodegradable, it will degrade within some time, and it is a very good solution towards it. It is an innovative solution towards it. um uh, some some days earlier, I've also seen that the the scientists have discovered some worms that can eat plastic and convert it into biodegradable waste. So if we get hold of those worms and we can like breed them accordingly, we can make sure that all the plastic waste can be treated by them, make them biodegradable, and then dispose them. Or we can even see that how is it possible by such an organism to make plastic into biodegradable, and then we can also do that practice towards them, and then we can throw it. See, nothing is impossible. We have to do such things. Soluble. Okay, soluble plastic. Some companies are experimenting with water soluble plastic that can safely dissolve in water, minimizing the risk of plastic pollution in aquatic environments and providing a more eco-friendly alternative to traditional plastics. Self-explanatory. फिर भी some companies are experimenting with water-soluble plastic that can safely dissolve in water. Just like the plastics which are biodegradable, making plastics which are soluble in water will can also solve the problem. But the thing is, see, why do we use plastic? Because it is not soluble in water, right? Imagine having a jar of plastic, and then imagine having a plastic water bottle. You put water in it, and it gets soluble, and it gets like, you're imagining what I'm saying, right? So this solution is a little bit odd. Imagine having a plastic which, after some treatment, becomes water soluble. That would be a uh, very good thing to have. Imagine just doing it, and when we have to dispose it, um, we can just give it back. See, one of the major options or solutions that I personally believe in is recycle, reuse, recycle, and reduce. See, reduce तो हम कर नहीं सकते, it's in demand. We can reuse it. प्लास्टिक बॉटल खराब प्लास्टिक बॉटल अगर आपकी पुरानी हो जाती है, but it is clean, it can be used further. Don't buy a new one. If your plastic bottle is broken, use it for some other purpose. And if you don't want to use it for another purpose, give it for recyclement. Imagine having so much of plastic which can be recycled. We should recycle them, right? Why generating more plastic, more new plastic, and then dumping it there? Take out the dumped plastic, recycle it, use it again, take out the dumped plastic, recycle it, use it again. So this will give a halt on development of new plastic, and the existing plastic scene will also get sorted. कि जितना प्लास्टिक बना है, चलो बन गया, कोई बात नहीं, but make sure that the new development of plastic doesn't take place. And the last is biodegradable alternatives. From compost food packaging to marine degradable fishing gear, a growing number of companies are investing in the development of biodegradable materials that can break into safely into natural environments. Uh, Everybody who is who has seen this video till now must have known that कि प्लास्टिक बायोडिग्रेडेबल होना चाहिए ताकि वो हम उसको सेफली डिस्पोज कर पाए. उसको advocating for change, advocating for change. Okay, grassroots movements. Environmental activists and concerned citizens are leading grassroots campaigns to raise awareness about plastic pollution, lobbying for sticker regulation, and organizing beach cleanups and community initiatives to tackle the issue at the local event. Corporate responsibility. Responsible companies are taking proactive steps to reduce their plastic footprint, such as eliminating single use plastic, implementing sustainable packaging solutions, and supporting the development of innovative materials and recycling technologies. Policy reforms. Policymakers and government agencies are increasingly recognizing the urgency of plastic pollution crisis and are implementing new laws and regulations to limit the production and use of single use plastics, promote extended producers' responsibility, and support the transition to more circular economy. Partnering for ocean conservation. Scientific research. Marine marine biologists and environmental scientists are conducting extensive research to better understand the scope and impact of plastic pollution and ocean ecosystems, informing policy decisions and guiding the development of more effective solutions. Collaborative efforts. Non-profit organizations, government agencies, and private companies are coming together to create global partnerships and initiatives that aim to address the plastic pollution crisis through. This is everything that you have read already. Future of free plastic, circular economy, solutions and collection atoms. So I would like to end this. I would like to end this video with just saying that the greatest threat to our environment is the thought that somebody else will save it. No one is gonna save it. You're the one who's gonna save it. So please make sure that you do not pollute our environment. Thank you for listening up till now. If somebody says, I don't think anybody has come this far, but thank you if somebody is listening to me right now. This was a free take, right? I just made the PPT and I just started yapping along that. कुछ prepare वगैरह नहीं किया. But I think that's the most important skill that everyone should have right now. I'm practicing for that. That is like if you get something, if you get a topic, if you get a PPT and you don't have the time to prepare, you just freestyle it, right? So thank you everyone for listening to me. Hope to see you in next video. Thank you so much. Have a good day.